Hello and welcome to another edition of Kaleidoscope right here on Channels Television. Thank you so much for joining us on the program today. I'm Anne Nwawadu. Well, it's a different but special edition today as we celebrate the Ààrẹ of Lagos, who's the chairman of Eleganza Group of Companies, Chief Razak Okoya, and his lovely wife, who's the managing director of Eleganza Industrial City Limited, Chief Dr. Mrs. Folashade Okoya. It's been a wonderful journey for the couple as they mark their 25th wedding anniversary. Well, we'll also be discussing the business side of the organization, a company that began operations several decades ago. And we're talking about the Eleganza Group of Companies. We'll find out the achievements made so far in that regard and many more facts about the couple. So come along with me. Let's go have a chat with them.
Thinking about you, my love.
It's a special interview today because it's a special day. It's a 25th wedding anniversary. So it's a big celebration. It's a big number for the chairman of Eleganza Group, Chief Razak Okoya, CON, and of course the managing director of Eleganza Group, Chief Dr. Mrs. Folashade Okoya, MON. And she's right here looking gorgeous as always with me. Congratulations on your 25th wedding anniversary. I mean, it's a big number. Silver Jubilee 25 is not easy. So did you ever think you'd get here?
Thank you so much, Anne. It's been a long journey, and I thank God for everything. I'm really blessed. I know it's been God all the way. And when I started the journey 25 years ago, I know what I wanted. I know I was going to make my marriage work. And my husband has been there. He's been very supportive. He's a very nice man. He's highly generous. He's just a man that I know coming into the marriage, it just has to be a marriage of a lifetime together. So people didn't think we would get this far when we started because of the age difference, but we came this far together, and I'm just grateful.
Let's go back to how it all started. I mean, everyone will want to know, including me, the answer to this question. How did you meet Chief Razak Okoya? How did it all start?
When I met my husband, it was not a typical kind of meeting. I met him for a different purpose entirely. It was more of work related. Looking back now, I know that my husband has his own mission and purpose then. So we met casually, he saw me, and it was just all about, oh, I would like to see you again. And I saw him the next time. He was just straight to the point then and said, I would like to marry you, which was, to me, was too soon and too sudden because I wasn't expecting anything like that. But it was later on I got to know that he actually wanted a wife immediately.
But what was your first reaction, and what was the reaction of your family when you told them that, oh, this man is interested in me, especially for your mother? How did she react when she found out?
I didn't tell any of my family members. My husband actually made that move himself. Let me try to bring back some memories here. When he met me the first time, I knew he liked me, but I wasn't too sure. When I saw him the second time and he dropped the question he wanted to marry, he doesn't want to waste my time. He's not into all those long kind of thing. Now you can understand from his own point of view. He has to just be plain and honest. He doesn't want to play around. I didn't even know what to say. I didn't even reply him. But right there, I knew I wasn't going to see him again. During that same visit, he was with his friends. They usually hang out together. And one of them just took an interest and said, he knows me very well. I was asking about my background, information like that. And along the line, he realized that he knew my mom and my grandmother. So later, I got to know that the particular man in question was an uncle. 2 days after, I saw the man in my grandmother's house. And you know, my grandmother raised me. So my mom was a busy working class woman then. So my grandmother was always the one with us, taking care of us, just like what my mom did for my own children. So when the guy came and told my grandmother that someone mentioning his name sent me to you, is interested in your granddaughter, my grandmother was very happy. She was so happy. I said, God has finally answered her prayer. Seeing her, seeing my mom, I just felt like that was my path. That was just my way. So with my grandmother, my mom, the next thing I know, Chairman had already invited my mom, even without me being there. He invited her. They had a long talk and everything. And my mommy just said, I should please consider him. He's a man that will take care of me. He liked me. He wanted me. So for him to take that kind of special liking to me, I felt very, very privileged now looking back, because I think God just used him in my life, because I don't see why when he has so many other options. So he went all out like a typical Nigerian man. He did it the traditional way of coming to ask for my hand. That's sorry, I'm not beating around the bush. I'm not even leaving the judgment to her alone. Let me involve our parents. That was how everything happened.
In Nigeria, or let me say for a country like Nigeria, I mean, in this climate where we are, many are quick to judge, especially when they see a young lady marrying an older man. Everyone thinks, oh, it's about the money. How did you manage the criticism and all the talk, the side talk that came with your own decision?
When we started the relationship, I just like the fact that he was very intentional. He's a very gentle man. He's very, very generous. And when I say he's generous, I mean, he gave me all his time. He's always available. He's always there. He's genuine with his intentions. And I like that about him a lot. And coupled with the fact that my family supported us, they were there. They wanted the whole thing to happen. So I was very happy, and I just didn't think much about what people were judging or saying about us then. And I've planned in my life that I'm not going to have a marriage and come out of it. So I was ready to give it my all.
I know you've said you're from a polygamous home, but you didn't quite experience it as much because you grew up with your grandmother. So entering into a polygamous setting, again, how was it for you, especially knowing that he had many older wives? Were you afraid of being welcomed or not welcomed? How did you cope with all of that?
When I was coming in, I was made to understand that maybe there was so many wives around, so many women were living with him. But you know, my husband started having wives very, very early in his life. He had 3 different women that had children for him and didn't stay. Then he married Alaja, who is Big Mommy. Big Mommy had her own children. Then 5 other women came after her before I came into the family. But I only met Big Mom when I came into the house. When I came into the house, when my husband introduced me into the family, it was only Big Mommy that was still around.
Oh, wow. But let's go to your work life right now and how you juggle to keep things up. I mean, a lot of people don't know how much you do when it comes to your work life and how you keep things afloat. When did you start the business? When did you join the family business? And how has it been for you?
I joined immediately after I came in, because Chairman didn't waste time. I call him Chairman. He didn't waste time in bringing me in. And immediately he posted me to one of his factories, the one in Isolo. So I managed that for many years. Then afterwards, I had to move to Rao in Ikoyi. So I worked in the property section for many years as well. But all this while, you know, I said, he's my chairman. We live in the same house. We work together. So me, I'm ready to always learn. At least I can gladly say my husband is my mentor in business. And He's been very, very helpful in that area. Even now that I work at the industrial city, the Leko, which is like 40 hectares of land, it's a big space. We have different kind of product we make there. It's an industrial city that his mission was to have every household item produced in one location. We started production there. He mentored everything, all the finances, all the brain, everything chairman brought in. And I'm grateful to him because not many husbands will do that for his wife. He's always passionate about wanting to work. His whole life is all about industry, wanting to create something, having to set a legacy, and making sure that people follow up on that legacy. I have given him that assurance I will not put his investment to waste. When I started in this industrial city here, we started very small with few warehouses, and later on we started building more warehouses. Different product came in. We started chair, even new product we're not used to doing before. When I came in, I wanted a new idea, wanted something for myself and my children. And I brought my own idea on board. I wanted something new. He wanted something new, something that will really showcase the essence of eleganza.
Many people have testified to your husband's generosity. I mean, has he always been like this, and what is the impact of that generosity? What impact has he had on you?
My husband is very generous. He's very generous and he's very humble. When you mention Razak Okoya's name, that's the first thing that comes to people. I met him like that as well, and he has shown and displayed that with me as well. So I'm grateful for even having that kind of man that people would talk highly of when his name is mentioned.
Well, we're not done just yet. We definitely have more for you on Kaleidoscope, but that's in a moment when we return. So please stay with us. Welcome back. You're still watching Kaleidoscope on Channels Television. On the final part of this conversation, we delve deeper into the business side of Chief Mrs. Folashade Okoya. We'll also find out what the experience has been for the chairman of Eleganza Group of Companies, Chief Razak Okoya, on this journey called marriage.
A lot of people see you, I mean, Instagram, everywhere, looking pretty, sitting pretty, looking good every time, all glam. It's the glam side of you many people know, but they don't know how you get your hands dirty and how you actually put in so much work, especially in the Eleganza industrial city. So tell us what the everyday life is like.
For me, when I wake up in the morning, I go to the factory from Monday to Friday. I usually work on Saturday before for half day, but with Nigeria's social circle now that we have, so there's always one event or the other. In the Eleganza Industrial City Limited, we have over 10 factories working now with different products, yes. It's an household community. In every household, you will find something that is being produced by Eleganza. When we started there, we started with the chair furniture, which we have 2 warehouses producing the chair of different qualities, party chair. Majority of the party chairs you see now are being done by Eleganza Industrial City locally. We don't do CKD. Everything we do is right there from start to finish. We have many machines on ground. We bought machines from Taiwan, China, Italy, Germany. Like my soap producing machines are from Germany. I have 4 big production line, which is the biggest in Nigeria anyway. We're going to start soap very soon. We did some trial tests some time ago, but we're going to fully go into it now. We'll do cooling boxes, the same one Eleganza is known for in the past. But all the mold I have there now, the new, refined, modern day. I try to correct, make improvements to meet the modern day taste. So contrary to what Eleganza was known for in the past, chair is the biggest one we sell now. Cooling boxes, coolers is there. We do diaper, baby diaper and lady sanitary. We do soap. We do reusable products, the injection and the sheet line for me one. So our own is reusable. You can use as many times as possible. Very durable, of international standard. We don't compromise on our quality. We do luggages. Luggages is one of the new things we introduced, and we are the only one in Nigeria doing the type of luggage I do now. Other ones you see in the market, they bring it in. So chairman really invested in what we have going at the industrial city. And I manage it. So I see to the day-to-day running, everything A to Z. So if anybody tell me that's not enough to do, I told you, it's a 40-hectare land space with different warehouses, all producing at different times. We have Nigerian capable workers. We have some expert trade from where we buy the machines to help manage some of the machines. And most of our Nigerian workers are taking over. They know what to do now. So this is what we do. We have some challenges we encounter daily. We run on diesel most of the time. You can understand that it's a lot to do. And I'm proud to put that under me, that is what I see to every day. And that's why I said my husband's generosity is I can't comprehend it, because he saw that I can do something and he invested in me. And at least I'm ready, because he wants his legacy. Every time he talks, he's always talking about legacy. And that's part of the dream I'm living. I leave every other thing I believe I should be able to work on, just to focus on what I believe he wanted. Since I married him, I never had my own passion. I never had something I would say, oh, I'm going out of the family business to do. I focus mainly on what he wanted. And if you look at me today, I enjoy what I do. I'm finding fun. I see things. I create all the time. My children are coming to work with me. Every time now and then they come to Nigeria. We're always together. Everybody knows that's the only one thing. That's our priority and our goal. And we're all working together as a family to bring it together. And the only thing I pray for is just God. Apart from God, which is the main one that started the whole thing, my husband is my everything. And that's why when you look at him, when you see both of us together, our relationship is beyond husband and wife. We've been through a lot together. And for now, my prayer is that he will just live many more years. Because he's my, in Yoruba, they will say, Allah magba backbone. My husband is my own backbone. And I pray for him. He lives well. God will grant him many more years. He looks well. I've always given him all the respect he wants. And I will never do anything to tarnish his name. I will never. He knows that. He trusts in me. My generation will forever be grateful to him. My children will forever be grateful to him. And I just pray that God will help us to be able to see to what we intend to do for him, to be able to achieve it.
What would you tell that young girl watching you right now who has taken you as a role model or as a mentor, who wants to be like you? Maybe something you have learned in life as you have journeyed through life. What would you tell that girl watching you right now?
You have to aim at something. You have to have a mission in life and aim at it and try to achieve it. If you try the first time and it doesn't go through, you can always try again. I married a billionaire. I have no reason to work. I don't even have to do anything. I can just sit pretty and dress up. But right from day one, my husband made it known that he can't have a sit-at-home wife. I have to be involved in the family business. And so it was very, very clear. And I understand. I go to the factory every day. So I work back to back. I'm not a lazy person. I'm a very, very strong person. And I'm very determined. I have 4 children that looks up to me as a mother. I can't afford myself to fail, because I have to be role model to my children and so many other children I've taken upon myself. I dress well. I look well. That's the impression most people see about me. And it's good, because I present myself in that way and manner. I do what is necessary behind closed door, and I still present myself the pretty lady everybody wants to see. So I'm result oriented as well. I get things done, and I know God has helped me in so many ways. I give that to God as well.
25 years gone already. Let's say another 25. What are you looking forward to, and what do you hope to achieve in more decades to come?
I'm very grateful already for the years that have gone past, and I'm looking forward to many more years. My husband will live very, very long.
Amen.
He will be there for me, and I know God will grant my wish and my prayer. I want him to live very long. You will see, we'll enjoy together, we'll be together. God should give us both peace of mind, happiness, love, favor and grace. God is the only one that can grant people. And I just pray that for him. My husband has been my backbone, and he will continue to be my own backbone. So I pray for him seriously, and I just want to tell him I love him. I appreciate him for everything he's doing for me, for my children, for everybody around me. My husband made me what I am today. He has empowered me. I can do things on my own, even without him being there. And that's one of the great things I think any man can do for any woman he claims he loves. My husband did a lot in my life. And without him, I'm nothing. I'm nothing without my husband. So I'll forever be appreciative of that fact. And I thank God for the day I met him. And my prayer for him is for God to grant all his good deed towards me, to everybody else, to grant him long life with that good deed he has done for each and every one of us. I thank you for coming, Han.
Yes. Well, we say a big, very, very big amen to that. And congratulations once again. We wish you 25, another 25, another 25.
Amen.
All through the years. And joy and happiness
Amen.
also.
Amen.
Ọmọ onílé ayé mi àkànní ràṣà mo mọ wọn ara mi mo yà abẹ́ ọkọ yẹn lọ. Onílé ayé mo mọ wọn ara mi mo yà abẹ́ ọkọ yẹn.
It's been 25 amazing years for you. Happy wedding anniversary, by the way. But what's the experience been like for you being married to Folashade Okoya?
My experience with her is special. And I married a wife with 4 children. But she go beyond wife. She become an industrialist. She become my right-hand man in industry. Because I never experienced what I get from her. She surprises me a lot. In the sense that she turned out the house to be what it should be. And the industry, with 40 hectares of factory, with a lot of machines, a lot of staff, how she managed to cope, surprisingly. And that's the beauty I experienced in her. And that's what I love. And that's what I admire in her. You know, we were industrialists. I'm born and bred in industry. And all my life is industry. So when we married, unless our wife married us with the industry and is involved, deeply involved in the industrial work, then that is how we reckon her to be a wife. She is a wife because she's totally involved in my industrial life. And that's what made me happy. And we are trying to cope to introduce that to our children as well.
So 25 years from now, God giving you good health and long life, which we always pray for, what are you looking forward to?
I'm 84, going to 85. You can only talk about 15 years out of the 25. But by the grace of God, I'm looking forward that they should expand on my industry, my legacy, and so on. And I believe strongly, by the grace of God, she's the one who can hold it. And by the grace of God, God will give her everything she needs that she can do to hold it.
So we wish you the very best, and another 15, 20, 25 if you want, but we wish you the very best and congratulations again.
Thank you very much. I wish her long life as well with her children. Thank you very much. For last I didn't know I love you with all my heart.
Well, we wish them nothing but love, happiness, and prosperity in their journey. That's where we end today's edition of Kaleidoscope. Don't forget, you can watch past editions on youtube.com/channelsweb. Click on playlist, then scroll to Kaleidoscope. I'll definitely see you again very soon. I'm Anne Nwawadu. Please stay safe.